Okay, there's no need to panic. There is crazy galactic updates happening all over the planet. So if you've been feeling tired, if you're feeling depressed, if you've been feeling anxious, if you've been feeling overwhelmed, if you just are the type of person that usually feels happy-go-lucky but you felt your mind a little bit busier than normal, this video is for you. Dear one, my name is Jose and I'm excited to share with you that you're not alone. So you can take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale, and feel the power that comes knowing that it's okay to go through waves. And that's exactly what is happening in the world right now. We are going through a gate, a lion's gate, and this lion's gate is an opportunity to observe without judging different shadows that might be arising from within. I know in the spiritual world, in the spiritual journey that some of us decided to embark, we want everything to be blissful, light, and galactic. But part of being a multidimensional being is also feeling the darkness, is also feeling when we go down. Because chances are the biggest teachings in your life are coming when you feel those low vibration emotions. We don't learn so much when we're feeling super ecstatic because it's just bliss. It's kind of like the reward of coming into this human experience. But I do know from my personal experience that the biggest teachings, the biggest lessons, the biggest aha moments have been through moments like the ones we are transitioning right now as individuals and as a whole. Because every now and then the earth aligns with certain stars, the sun, the moon. Even every 13 days there's a lunar cycle and new moon, full moon, and then women, they go through a cycle every 28 days more or less. Us guys, we have to go through other types of initiations and more like man-made cycles to be able to also have that experience of connecting to our inner cycle. Women, you are lucky. But right now, it doesn't care if you're a male or female, if you're in whatever you are. If you are living on planet Earth, you are probably sensing some shift in your energy, in your thoughts. And I decided to make this video just like the previous video that I talked about mental parasites. And if you want to watch that, go back into Awaken You, the playlist I have, and just check out that video about mental parasites, because you will be surprised how many times without being aware we implement thoughts, vibrations that are not ours to take, but because we sometimes walk in a way that is a little bit in unconscious being, we take them. But because you are watching this and many other high vibe content, I know you are ready to transcend mediocrity. I know you're ready to transcend average. So light workers, starseed, galactic beings, this message is for you. The best thing you can do during these times is don't take any abrupt decisions. Don't take any emotional decisions, because most of the times they're just gonna come from a place of fear, from a place of fear of missing out. And because really we are timeless beings, we don't have to worry about time. Yet we always act with a sense of urgency, which gets us to get things done also. It's like this fine balance between, like, we know we're eternal beings, yet on this finite three-dimensional existence we gotta get things done. But don't take major decisions. Don't invest all your money in cryptocurrency right now because it's going up, or don't take it all out or sell it because it's going up. Don't purchase something big, a car, or don't break up with your partner during these days. These days are time to reflect, not to judge, not to condemn others, not to do anything radical. Just be radically loving to yourself and to those around you, and observe the moving pieces that are happening. Just observe. And this is one of the biggest qualities I've been adopting through the past months, year, since the pandemic happened, because I've realized that doing is a way of evading feeling sometimes. So I'm in a position of observing, and that's what I want to share with you through this Lionsgate, through this portal. Just become a witness of that which is happening and breathe deeply. These are the days that it's more important than ever to incorporate the breath practice if you don't have one. And if you don't have one, I have a free guided priming breathwork and meditation that you can download on the description of this video. Free for you. Just download it and start doing it every morning, first thing in the morning. And I'll go with why it's important to incorporate a breath practice more so during these times. Because as these waves of energy are hitting the earth, as the stars align in a different manner than they usually align, and not only that, but there's also a full moon happening, we gotta start changing our inner pressures, our inner system. I believe we all have a compass, an inner compass, but it can get out of whack because of different magnetisms, either from the moon, either from ETs, either from other people around you, devices, towers, cell phone towers, whatever. And it just takes coming into full coherence. And I love doing it first thing in the morning. Find a quiet space in your house. I love being out there in nature. Actually, I have a river. I'm blessed to have a river. And I go sit by the river. And I just close my eyes and I start to breathe deeply. Everything is explained in the guided breathwork download that I have down there. But you don't even need it. If you don't want to download it, just sit, find a place, and start inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And do it until you don't even have to think about it. Keep your eyes closed. I used to find myself opening my eyes a lot because I wanted to know what's happening, but the rock will still be there, the tree will be there, the water is flowing. We are always overstimulated through our sense. So it's a great time to close your eyes and just inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and slowly start to relax your nervous system. And hopefully when you're doing this, you still have not gone to your phone and checked Instagram and Twitters and the news, CNN, RT, whatever, the Fox, whatever kind of media you're consuming, WhatsApp messages, Telegram, whatever, that already starts to trigger a sympathetic nervous system in your body. That's why I have a golden rule, and this rule applies more so over during these portals that we go as individuals and as a collective. Don't take your cell phone out of airplane mode. Don't turn on the TV, don't go to a newspaper. Because if you start to put inputs that were also created under the influence of these energies, chances are you're just gonna exponentially increase that sense of discomfort, that sense of frustration, of depression, which is all an illusion. You just have to find a place to sit down, quiet your mind, connect to your breath, and allow your breath, which for Egyptian, breath was the key of life. Hai, they used to call it in Egyptian. And allow the inner and outer pressures of your body to balance. Allow your electromagnetic field to expand and really take the space that it needs to take to be able to breathe freely. Align your chakras, align your energy body, align your DNA and your cell structure. All that happens when you start connecting to your breath, start to become in full presence, start coming into heart and brain coherence, and you are becoming you're transforming from a average Joe, an average human, which there's nothing wrong, but we're multi-dimensional beings, and by starting to tap into your breath, you start to activate that multi-dimensionality that lies within each one of us, and you become an alchemist. And I love the word alchemy, because alchemy for me is magic that we can feel. Because there's many types of magic, but alchemy is when you actually are working with the different elements of this planet: earth, fire, wind, water, ether. And all of this you are able to transmute, mold, manipulate at your will when you become a master breather. That's why so many people tell me, Jose, I always breathe. What do you mean we're gonna do a breath work? I'm breathing. I'm like, well, of course you are breathing, but there's a difference between just unconscious breathing and mastering and taking ownership of your breath. So the best tool I can share with anybody watching this video throughout this Lionsgate, and this is a timeless teaching. This is not only through the Lionsgate that we're going through right now. This is in every waking moment of your life. If you connect to your breath and you start to alter the way you are breathing, and that's why in yogi teachings they have like over 7,000 ways of breathing. I bring the best, the most applicable that have served me and thousands of others that I've worked with. You start to change and manipulate your breath, you start to change the fabric of your mind, and you start to change the fabric of life. And even though we are under the influence of these great energies, again, it doesn't have to be through the Lionsgate, it can be through whatever the heck, the craziness that is happening in the world. You are able to become an observer, detach yourself from this Maya, from this matrix, and you start to be a master weaver through your breath, creating the thoughts that you need, creating the connections that you need, elevating your energy. And you know what happens? And this is just pure laws of the universe. As you vibrate, so you shall exist and vibrate in the world, and so shall you attract people into your field. So if you are tired of attracting complaining people that are complaining, people that are negative, people that are just like always whining and just bring so much dense energy into your life, don't blame them, because that's who they choose to be, at least the role they choose to play under the illusion they are. But chances are that you are also a little bit on that wave, or vibrating to that, pulsating to that energy. So I love to always remind myself of this precious teaching. Don't try to change the world, change yourself. And this comes from Gandhi. If you want to see change in the world, change yourself. Be the change. And you start doing by changing your breath. You don't have to go and get a six-pack. You don't have to move even location, although many of those things will probably help you on the journey of fully transmuting and changing yourself. But start by changing your breath. Your thoughts will start changing. Your life experience will start changing. And as a result, your full body vibration, energy field will change. You will attract the right possibilities, the right opportunities, the right people. And this, dear ones, is becoming a master of your reality. And I don't know if you feel, but I'm really excited to share this with you, because this means that you're no longer a product of your environment, but you are creating your environment at will through the power of your thoughts, your breath, and your heart. My name is Jose, and I love to share this content. If you want to learn more, please subscribe. There's many awesome videos I've been sharing throughout these days, and this is not it. I'll be posting every week. Don't forget to download your free priming guide and guided breathwork and meditation, where you just have to download it on your cell phone or computer, put your headphones in the morning, still on airplane mode, bliss out, breathe. You just have to follow along and you're off. And then what happens when you start your day the right way? Your rest of your day will be right. If you start your day by having a cup of coffee, going into Instagram and seeing everything that you don't have and people have, and opening the newspaper and seeing how fucked up the world is, which in reality is not fucked up, it's just the perception and the opinion of a few writers and journalists or whoever is up there, of course you're gonna think life is miserable. But if you start by breathing and feeling amazing and feeling gratitude and going for a walk in nature or in the park, or just talking to your plants in your apartment, your life will radically change. I can bet you that it will, but you will never know unless you try it. Namaste.